Hello everyone. Today I will talk about my matching experience and how to double your chance of matching. Okay, so first off, I started my medical school in Iraq. I did the 3 years of basic science. The first year was a bit of a struggle. I did not know what to do, how to study. But then, luckily, in the second year, I was introduced to Dr. Najib videos. So I watched his videos and that was transformational. He explained everything at the molecular level in details. And that really helped me understand the basic science and build a very solid foundation. It takes a long time to watch them, and so I recommend them for someone who's just starting medical school, or if someone need to reconstruct the basic science again. So these are the videos. If not, you can watch Pathoma and Kaplan. I also did watch these things. The other things that helped me too is that teaching the materials to others. So it was tutoring at the same time I was learning. So I learn it and tutor it and then discuss it with my colleagues. And I realized if I do that, I never forget it. So that's what I did. Every day I watched the videos, discuss it with my colleagues, and that built throughout the years, built a solid foundation. So that's why I was able to finish step 1 right after the basic science years. And after that, I was able to transfer to a Caribbean medical school and come here to the United States to do my clinical experience. So this gave me a 2 years of hands-on clinical experience. Okay. However, I applied late last year, so I did not match because I applied late. It was depressing, but the thing that motivated me the most is that having people around you, friends, you just talk to them, you forget everything. And then I wanted to finish step 3 right before residency, so that was the focus and made it more helpful. I know it's an emotional game and sometimes you feel depressed if you didn't achieve what you wanted the first time, so you can achieve it later. So that's what I did. I achieved it next year. So what I did differently is that I finished step 3. Like I didn't have anything that I didn't let anything could affect me, and continued studying. I finished step 3 and applied to the assistant physician license while I was studying for step 3. And right after I gave step 3, I started working as an assistant physician. I went to the interview and then I got the job. It's a phenomenal experience. It's like you work like a resident. You get to prescribe medications, you order labs. You can even get your DEA license, and that's what I did. I got a DEA license, and it's under supervision. The physician is there all the time and guide you. So this is phenomenal in the matching application. This is gonna make you stand out. The other thing I wanted to work on, research. So what I did with research is that I just posted on the forum, if anybody interested in research, let's work together, message me. So I had a lot of people who messaged me and we worked together and we were able to publish several case reports. So the way it worked, I find interesting cases from working as an assistant physician, and then we assign tasks. Oh, you do the introduction, I do the case presentation, and so on. And we were able to publish several case presentation. Maybe was helpful for the application, but the thing that's helpful the most is assistant physician on step 3. That was way more helpful than research. The other thing, I applied for a lot of programs, and I did send a lot of personalized emails to the programs, and also I did interview preparation. Interview preparation is very important too, so you gotta practice. So I went through more than 25 interviews, and the main questions that they can ask about is that, tell me about yourself. That's number 1. The second one is that, why are you interested in this program? The third one is that, why do you want this specialty? The fourth one is that maybe why do you want to play? Same thing, why do you want to apply to the program? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And what are your future goals? They want someone who's goal directed. Okay, you have goal. They have a dream in life. This is very important thing. Okay, so this is basically my experience. If I want to summarize it to two things, is assistant physician on step 3. These were the best boost in my application, and I was able to double the number of interviews and match in my top choice program. So the assistant physician, there are a couple of states given: Missouri, Arkansas. If anybody has a question about it, I am happy to answer them. You just send an application, and it takes a process, takes 3 months or so. So you gotta make sure to be proactive about it. So this is my experience. The other options that I learned from other people's experience that you can do is that the other one, you can do fellowship. If you have experience in medicine for a long period of time, you can do fellowship in geriatrics, you can do it in nephrology, and then after you finish the fellowship, you can reapply for residency. You will have a way better chance. This is gonna make you stand out like crazy. You can do research fellowship, that would be good too. You get paid, some of them pay. You can do more complicated research like meta-analysis and so on. These are the things. Then the number 9 is that you can do limited license. If you practiced in medicine for a long period of time, or if you have board certification from another country, you can apply for limited license, and this is phenomenal. You prescribe medications, you can order labs, like they love it. Residence programs love these things if you have that licensed. Texas, West Virginia, and recently after the COVID, New Jersey, New York also added these things, and probably several other states you can do research about it. The other thing is that the number 10 option, externship. If you do externship in a residency program, this you make connection, like they see your work ethics, they see that you're a person that's easy to work with, and they get you in. So this is externship is important. Some residency program offer externship for 1 year. It's not paid, but could get you to residency, so worth it. The other thing is that you can do, there's a school, it's called NYIT in New York. It's a DO school. Basically, they accept international medical graduates to do a DO school, 4-year program. After that, you'll be American graduates, and you will have you have tripled your chance of matching. So this is an option you can think of. You can basically Google and you see there what the requirements are. The other option is that you can do a PA school. Some of them did that. Basically, you do 2 years as a PA, and then after that you work as a PA. You can basically, like as a physician, after that the program is going to see you that you had a lot of experience and you practice in the system. So you're going to be very easy transition for you. So this is going to get you to residency too. It's going to give you a good chance in matching. Okay. The other thing I know people who did is you call naturopathic doctor. They go to a naturopathic school. Basically, if you're a medical doctor, you can just do 2 years and they give you another degree in medicine, naturopathic doctor. Or you can do chiropractor, DC doctor. So you could look into these options too. I know some people who did them, which is interesting. So that's basically the options that I think of that could help in matching. And the main thing is that persistence. The more persistent you are, the luckier you will be. So persistent, being patient, and having a lot of hope. Hope is very important. You gotta believe that you're able to succeed. Okay. So there is a formula. We'll talk about it. So after I summarize, so let's summarize the main things. The main thing is that you make sure you finish steps, and the first attempt that will be the best. If not, that's not a problem. You can do step 3. There are plenty of things that you can do. You can do externship. This is gonna offset the attempts because you worked on yourself, you showed yourself. So this is helpful too. So step 3, assistant physician. And sometimes when I notice something that helped me in the studying is that I make videos about when I was studying. So this was helpful to motivate me on studying, and also talking with other people about them too. So that's why right now I'm actually working on creating videos for step 3, videos for step 2, video for step 1, And so if you're interested, you can check out my other videos, and they have very good contents, like just high yield features. And the things that I use, something that helped me in my studying for step 3, something is mind maps. Mind maps, basically, we know the right side of the brain deal with pictures and the left side deal with words. So basically combine both pictures and words. And this is what I'm thinking to do, that I want to do videos about combining pictures with words, so that make it very easy to memorize and make learning medicine a fun experience. And that's what I'm aiming to. So that's what I'm currently working on. The other thing I'm working on is that key points. Key points is that basically if you when you read the questions, the stamina is very important, and the way you read the question is very important too. So when you read the question, you don't have to read the 10 lines. And most of the question you can solve them by just going to the physical exam. There are key points that lead you to the right diagnosis. So we will talk about that too. For example, like if you see circular area of hair loss, this is alopecia. So you pick that and move on. And there are a lot of options like that, because the exam, the questions, is just like a game. You gotta deal with it like a game. You gotta know how to solve the questions with the shortest amount of time. So I will be talking about that in my other videos too. So I'm working on it too right now, and hopefully can add more value to you guys, and give me feedback, please, because there's no one is perfect, and we're all improving every day. So that's the thing that I'm working on right now. And lastly, what I want to say, there's something that I learned from Tony Robbins, was something phenomenal, is that there are triangle of success. If you have a belief in yourself, if you have massive belief, this is going to create massive action. You're going to work hard because you believe you're going to do it. You have hope, believe, hope. So you're going to work more. You're going to have better results. You're going to have massive results. And when you have better results, this is going to reaffirm the belief that you have, that, oh, you are something, you're gonna do it. So this is when you have more belief, they're gonna give you more action, and it's gonna achieve more results. So this is a very important thing to have, because in my experience, USMLE and the matching and the whole thing, it's an emotional game. So once you master that game, you will be successful. So please let me know if there's anything else that is missing from the list, or if you have any questions. I would be more than happy to help you guys, because I've been in your shoes and I know how difficult it is. But with persistence and helping each other, I believe that we all can succeed. Thank you so much for listening.